I like playing with these angles. I was watching the news this morning at the gym when I was doing my elliptical workout, and I noticed that our governor, God bless her, she was talking about the reduction of government jobs in Michigan when the COVID restrictions are enforced. I suppose if they are enforced is a better choice of words, but this is fascinating to me because reduction of government is never the goal. It's a wrong-headed position of Republicans normally. Republicans tend to gravitate toward privatization, and they have this fascination with making more money and this unfounded belief that less government and less regulations means more profit for them. All of those things are wrong-headed, and they need to be corrected. The problem that we all are having in our current reality, starting with the elections fraud perpetrated by the Putin-Trump era, and continuing with the Putin-Trump era, now moving on to 2024, is that elections fraud, the COVID pandemic, okay, I'm not saying the pandemic is unreal. I'm saying it's in part a plandemic. It's planned. And the reveal here from my campaign for governor and president, both, is going to continually be the championing for the people. And in order to champion for the people, you have to say kleptocracy is public enemy number one. You have to identify it for the people. You have to identify the players, what's going on with kleptocracy. Why would the government be reduced in Michigan? Why would it be reduced in any state? Why would there be such confusion and division? And you have to understand that terrorists, okay, we have a sophisticated system of terror that is being promulgated by corrupt government officials, all right, criminals, high criminals from Russia, from China, from the U.S., oligarchy. These are people that work together to divide governments, to take over markets, to collapse governments, and to control people. This is a system that the United States stood against when we became a nation. We fought tyranny. We don't even seem to understand what tyranny is anymore. So you're going to get a lot more from me, Dave. Okay, ex-Navy diver Dave, a.k.a. the Cosmic Emperor, the Antichrist. I have a platform on YouTube, and that's entertainment, baby. I'm going to use it, all right? But I'll also talk to you from my intellect, all right? Intellect means that I got a brain. I got a heart for the people, and I got a brain for the people. And look at this. This is the craziest thing. You see that line that goes continually across? That means I'm a simian. That's the head and the heart line combined together. That's a rare condition. Now, it could mean that I have Dane Bramage. I probably do, ask some of my friends. But it also could mean that maybe, just maybe, I have a little sharper wit than the average bear. So I'm going to let the people of the United States decide if they want me to help them out of this kleptocracy mess. And to do that, I've already orchestrated 3 corporations. They're in the making. I need help getting them off the ground. Hint, hint, investors. I don't want to talk to a Shark Tank. I want the smart people of our country and our communities here in Traverse City and in Michigan to look at regeneration model, okay? If you don't see intellect in regeneration model, you need to go back to school, okay? If you don't see a higher discipline of thought in the Michigan Knowledge Exchange model, you're behind the times, okay? What's my other site? The Cash Initiative. Oh my God, that's a nationwide program waiting to drive ethics in bill writing and in commercial projects. This $1 trillion bullshit that Biden and Harris are planning or trying to push is just like the Trump $3 trillion bullshit. It's getting a bunch of tax money, dividing it up against your corporate buddies, and getting less than good performance while the government falls apart. And then you have corporate-owned news that are dividing the people with stuff that doesn't even begin to resemble good journalism. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. That's what journalism is. I was a Navy photographer. I have credentials in journalism to some degree, so you can't get stuff over on us old salty guys, okay? And yeah, a lot of people don't like to speak their minds, but I'm going to, and I'm going to run. So, here's my speech for this morning. Governor, shame on you. Shame on you. I'm sorry. The debacle that I had to go through to get my check from, good God, what do you... unemployment took over a year. I had to fight like hell to get a check that was legitimate, and I cut it short when I believed it was good and honest for me to cut it short. You didn't have to do that for me. I did that as a citizen. Responsible citizen. All right? So, there's my spiel. I kind of like my face. I hope you guys get used to it. Have a good day now.